It's the EP Podcast. Evergreen Park.
We're back at Spoken Vine with Frank Murray of the Evergreen Park Public Library.
Just about a month.
Yeah, I know. It's every month, but I mean, it felt like a month that went a little longer for some reason to me. Like, I missed you.
Oh, wow.
I did. I missed you.
You know where to find me.
I know, but I mean, I don't read as much as I really should. But I missed you. And I was like, I haven't seen Frank in a while. And I mean, I come in here, but they have wine.
Yeah.
They got stuff that you don't have here. So they have wine. So I've been here. I haven't seen in a while. How are you doing?
Well, I missed you too, Chris.
Good. You're supposed to say that. If you wouldn't have said that.
I know, that would have been really rude.
Would have hurt me.
Wow. But yeah, no, things have been going good. Very busy.
Yeah?
Yeah, between the library and then personal stuff, just running around 24/7. It's great.
All right, I know you're going to be disappointed in this, but we're not doing wine today.
What?
We're instead having dessert.
Oh.
And what
Now
goes better with
we're
the
talking.
coffee that's sitting in front of us but tiramisu, and Bridget's going to come in here from Spoken Vine in this beautiful, I love this color blue on this shirt. It says, "Drink wine, be happy." This is one of their celebratory shirts from when they won the Battle of Evergreen Park. I believe these are for sale, right?
Coming soon.
Coming soon.
Coming soon.
But people will be able to get them.
Yes.
Awesome. All right, so tell me
Congrats
and
again
Frank
on the battle, on the win.
what we're having here. I mean, like, I know it's tiramisu, but I would imagine there's a story behind how you make your tiramisu.
Yes. So I think a couple important things to know, because people might have questions, are, is there alcohol in it? No, I did not use any liqueurs.
It's okay. Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Also, a lot of recipes call for eggs, like raw eggs, and I steered away from that as well. So if you're coming in to dine and you don't drink, this is a safe
This is a good
dessert.
one. Nice.
Also, if you are curious or cautious about raw eggs in your dessert, you don't have to worry about that. But also, my little take on it was adding things like hazelnut, French vanilla, caramel, cinnamon to round out the flavors.
It looks awesome. It looks delicious.
In
and
this
I love
edition,
the presentation. Chris just destroyed the presentation.
I have to taste it and see if it's any good.
I was hoping you could zoom in and get a great
You have to break
shot.
off your own piece now.
There we go. You have
Yes.
that. You get the whole bowl. You get the whole bowl.
Enjoy.
Thank you. Thank you.
In this
thank you,
edition
thank you.
of Chris and Frank Share a Meal.
I mean, it's very good. I love it. I mean, like, the thing with tiramisu sometimes that people can make it and it can be almost watery. You know,
Yes.
It can be almost watery. It can almost be like a bread pudding. I don't like it when it's like that. This actually sits the way it's supposed to. The coffee tastes in the top of it with the
Yes.
chocolate is perfect. It's awesome.
Hazelnut
Really
in
good
there.
job. You made this?
Delicious.
Yes. Yeah. From scratch.
I'm telling you, everything I eat here is awesome. This is on the menu, I would assume, of course.
is.
This is an everyday thing.
Yes. It's now available every day.
Well, come in here and try this because
No
this
matter
is,
the hour.
All day.
You want breakfast tiramisu? You want
Sold.
Lunch tiramisu.
You don't do breakfast, but Frank's ready for it any time of the day.
He just crosses the railroad. Hey, where's... I need my tiramisu.
Come on in.
That's awesome. Well, it's wonderful, Bridget. I know you guys are always getting new wines in here. The coffee, we're going to have that with the tiramisu. But, I mean, the fact that you have, I think that's the best thing. Like, you're coming in here and people sometimes will assume it's just a place where I taste wine. But it's not. It has a full menu. And you come here, you have like your evening, you do a little small place, you can try out different things, you can try different wines, you can have your experience be whatever you want it to be. But if you're on like date night or just out with friends and you come in here and you go, now it's dessert time, tiramisu and coffee.
This is perfect for the nightcap. Because maybe you did go to dinner somewhere and you're like, I still have that babysitter for like another hour. Stop in, grab another glass of wine, grab a dessert, hang out, chill. It's perfect.
Awesome. All right. Well, thank you so much. Appreciate it. All right. We're going to sit
Thank you,
here and
Bridget.
snack
Thank
on
you.
this while Frank tells me everything that's going on at the library. And this is my favorite part about this segment. The food comes out, the wine, the coffee, whatever they bring us. And then you have to stop eating to tell me everything that's going on at the library.
Yeah.
And I just ask you a question and I get to eat. So that's my favorite thing.
Can I
Don't
give-
pick up that.
can
Don't
I
pick up
give-
that spoon. You have to do
Can I
work
give people
now.
a little bit of production background?
What?
You know, like these production meetings that we have before we do filming and everything.
Sure.
Chris is always like, bring out the food at the beginning. Obviously, Spoken Vine, they get their product out there. It
Yeah.
shows off the wonderful deliciousness that they do, which is awesome. But Chris just really wants to be able to sit there and eat while
Right.
I have to sit there and talk.
You
That's
have to
all this
watch.
whole plan is.
And then
Yeah.
after we're done, Frank finally gets to catch up and eat.
Oh my gosh.
All right, take that bite. And then I will tell people as you're chewing, Smoke and Vine, northeast corner of 95th and Kedzie, where we do this segment once a month. They're right near the library. I know you have book club that comes over here.
Yes.
I know a lot of people go to events and they'll come over here before and afterwards.
Yep.
And so you're right nearby there. There's some parking that's actually in between the location and the library for people that are doing both at the same time.
Right.
And again, as I always say, this is one of the hottest spots to go to, meet people, go out if it's date night, get together with friends, 21 and over. Don't bring your children here. They can't come in. And I love that. I love that. I absolutely
But
love
you
that.
nail it right on the head, though. Everybody thinks wine.
Yeah.
But their food is amazing.
The food is
delicious.
absolutely
And
incredible.
I would just come for the food.
And this is really
and the
good.
wine.
This is really good. All right, so what do we got? What's the big thing this month?
All right, the big thing this month, Chris, we're going to drop it right here on the EP podcast. Are you ready for this?
I'm ready.
As he takes a
I'm
bite
ready.
out of his
Go ahead.
tiramisu.
I'm just holding a tiramisu.
Guess what's coming back again? One
What's
of your
coming
favorite
back?
events.
Sip and sample.
Sip and sample.
Nice.
Coming back, Chris.
It's my
I knew
favorite
you'd be
thing.
pumped.
It's my
now you
favorite
can
thing.
eat the
It's my
tiramisu.
favorite. So when is it coming back?
We're
and are we going to get? I would imagine these guys will be involved with wine. I would imagine you're going to get some local breweries. Tell me the scope of this and who I should expect.
Wow, the scope. Yeah, so we're looking Saturday, February 22nd. It's going to be your traditional sip and sample, but we're giving it a little around the world flavor.
Okay.
It's going to be the theme for this year is going to be around the world. We're still in the process of getting all of our restaurants and participants, but we're gonna be reaching out wide to everybody that wants to get involved, and of course, our fabulous Smoke and Vine.
I want to help. Okay. I think that Sip and Sample is best when you have so many different breweries there that there's a lot of different things to try.
Correct.
Smoke and Vine's going to bring the wines, I would assume, and they're going to have a plethora of things for
The
people
wines
to try.
and the meatballs. We gotta have
They're
the
going
meatballs.
to bring the meatballs too?
We gotta bring the meatballs.
Awesome.
That's
maybe,
like
maybe they'll bring the tiramisu.
They gotta make it,
Maybe,
yeah.
You know what? Give them a list. I'm sure they'd be happy to bring all those things.
they're like
for
Frank.
your
The whole menu. We can't do that.
You're just going to force them to close down that night so they can host over at your place.
Reed's
That's your
already
plan.
shaking his head. He's
Yeah,
like,
he's already
"No,
shaking his head in the background. All right, so Sip and Sample's coming up in February.
Yes.
So mark that on your calendar.
Save the date,
But
people.
for the month of November, Thanksgiving. Are we
Yep.
doing anything that's Thanksgiving themed, or is there a special library month that's happening, or what do we got?
Yeah, so we got all sorts of fun stuff that's going on in November, from kids, teens to adults. I'll start with our kids. You mentioned Thanksgiving theme. We're going to be, of course, showing the Charlie Brown Thanksgiving movie.
Underrated Thanksgiving
Mm-hmm.
thing, where they make the popcorn and they sit around the tennis or the ping pong table.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, underrated one. Because, let's be honest. The Christmas one is a classic. Great Pumpkin is a classic.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
You
But
kind
the
of forget about
Thanksgiving
the
one is
Thanksgiving
right there,
Yeah, but I
too.
love the
It's right
Thanksgiving
there.
one. It's a solid one.
So that's going to be Sunday, November 22nd at 2 p.m. We're going to have a Thanksgiving Day craft, snack, popcorn, of course, some jelly beans, and we're going to watch the movie. And
Look
that's
on your
for,
list there. How many times do you
for
bring
kids,
children in the
grade
month
5
of
and younger?
In the month of November, on your list, can
Mm-hmm.
you count how many times you bring children in to put their hands out, spread their fingers wide, trace it, and turn it into a turkey?
Turn it into a turkey.
Is that happening on a daily basis? in
Probably
November?
every other day in November. Yes, every other day, which is crazy.
Because I need more of those in my house.
Well, we
Definitely.
all do, right? I still think my mom has all of our 47
Right,
ones,
right.
that we had. But no, but seriously, our youth programming has been unbelievable. We regularly have 60 to 70 people in our library every morning for story time. It's just been very popular, and yes, there'll be opportunities for everybody to make their turkey with their hands. Yes.
Awesome. That sounds like a lot of fun. So as November continues, more things for the kiddos. You want to get to the teens?
Yeah, more things for the kiddos. Just real quick, through November 20th, you can. We're having a non-perishable food drive. The proceeds are going to go to the Evergreen Park Food Pantry. So drop off your non-perishable items at the children's desk. We already have a large supply that's already been collected. That's there. Come on in. No purchase necessary. No requirements to check out a book. Just help out your local community and the Evergreen Park Food Pantry. We are also having a dial story. So, Chris, you probably didn't even know this.
Dial a story?
Dial a story. We have a service where you can call a number and you will have a story read to you.
I know about this.
It's for kids.
You
But
told me about this. I pay attention
you do?
sometimes
Oh
when
my
you talk. Yeah.
Holy cow.
Yeah, sometimes I remember things you say. I remember this.
Wow, we're finally making a
Just-
breakthrough.
You just make a phone call and somebody will read you a story. I remember
Yes,
this.
okay.
Yeah. I
Well-
probably remember it because I was like, that's the laziest way to read a story is have somebody else do it over the phone to you. So it probably stuck in my head.
Hey, yeah, and you know what? Yeah, I'm going to be doing that with my kids, even though they're getting a little bit old for it. I'm going to be like, hey, put it on speaker, listen to the
Right,
story.
right, yeah. Listen to this stranger read you a story.
But now we can all participate in it.
Okay.
We're opening up. It's library staff that do it, but we're opening up to residents that want to participate too. They can pick out their favorite holiday story.
Wait, so I can read a story to
you
people?
can read a story.
So let me
Yeah.
get this straight. Hold on a second. Stop yourself.
Yeah.
Do I go into the library for my allotted time that I'm available, or am I giving out my home phone number and all of a sudden, randomly in the middle of the day, some kid's going to call me up and say, read me a story, clown? Like, what is going to happen here?
Yes, you have to be on call 24/7.
24/7, like it's 2 in the morning.
We hand out your personal number.
Some guy gets out of the bars late
Yeah,
and goes,
he's
you know
like,
what
I
we
just
need?
wanna- yeah.
We need a story to go along with this burrito. And the guy's calling me?
He's calling you direct. Yes. You're actually
Oh,
going to get
sign me up
paged.
for that
You're
one.
going to get a pager. We're going to page you. No, Chris, come on. You would record yourself reading your favorite holiday story.
Oh, I'm recorded.
You send it in to us, and there's a number, which it's actually, for those of you that are interested and want to call in right now, 708-634-0808. It is available 24 hours, 7 days a week, every day of the year.
So when it gets listed for the person to find it, does it say the name of the book as read by this person?
Yes. Yeah,
Okay.
they'll be
'Cause I want
there'll be a
credit
little
for the one that I
introduction.
read. Okay.
Yeah, narrated.
Yeah.
by.
Narrated by. Oh, I'm going to do this. This will be fun.
Yeah, just record it. MP3.
Does it matter what story?
fine.
Kids book?
We're going
You don't
for
want War
holiday.
and Peace, right?
We're going for, yes, in a holiday theme.
Holiday themed.
Holiday
All right.
theme.
All
yeah.
right.
And it's for kids, young kids. So exactly. War and Peace might not be the greatest selection.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Or even the Chocolate War.
Right.
But,
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right. Sounds good. I'm going to do it. When do I get to
Wonderful.
sign up for this?
That's going on from November 1st through the 29th.
And I just send you a recording, or do I record it over the phone?
Send a recording.
Okay, because I have recording equipment, but
Got
not everybody
recording
has
equipment.
that.
Right. Well,
what do
everybody
they
on their
do?
phone.
On their phone.
Yeah, you
Okay.
can just record it.
So
and
record it on your phone
You can send the file to
and
us.
then send the file in. Okay. All right. Mine will sound better because I have a studio, but you should try it too. Yeah. Okay.
You know what? Maybe next year we'll have to set this up where we have your professional
I think that'd be
equipment
awesome.
set up.
Like, I think that you should have a recording day. I will
Yeah.
come do recording
All right.
day. I'll record people.
Idea.
Yeah.
Check.
Yeah. That's why you should come to me before you do this. I wouldn't be sitting around eating tiramisu. By the way, I'm out.
You're out here. Have
out.
some more.
No, that's okay.
That's because you're just making me talk this whole time.
It's good.
And kind of going along with the theme of the holidays here, our very popular Letters to Santa starts Monday, November 18th, and it's going to go through Wednesday, December 4th. So,
Is that the thing where they write it at your place?
yep, they can write it. They can take it home. They can write it home.
You're
Or
delivering
we
it,
also
though.
have stuff. Yeah, we got the mailbox to the North Pole there.
You're not
we had-
personally delivering it. You're just putting it in a mailbox.
Yeah, I can't. I can't. The schedule
just
doesn't
saying-
allow
I'm
it.
just saying you're
Yeah.
lazy.
I know.
All right.
Well, that too. But that's going from November 18th until December 4th. Drop
All right.
off those letters. Get them mailed to Santa.
Had to start it before Thanksgiving, huh?
Have to.
Couldn't help yourself.
Have to. I know my son's already got a list going.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh man,
That's how I keep
These
them
kids
well
start
behaved.
Too early. I don't
I keep them
allow
well
it.
behaved.
I don't
Yeah.
allow it, Frank.
Well,
I don't allow it.
When your
You come
son's
to me.
birthday,
If my 9-year-old came to me the day before Thanksgiving and said, "I want to watch the Polar Express," I would just flat say no
No.
and ground him until the day after Thanksgiving from all television and movies as a lesson. There are no Christmas movies allowed in my house until Santa Claus has appeared at the end of the Macy's parade.
oh wow,
Until he appears, I
That's
want no
when you can- that's
Christmas.
when- all
I
right.
don't want to see it.
all right,
Okay, I just don't.
Okay.
And then you don't really get the TV on
don't wait
Thanksgiving
for
because
Saint
I'm
Nick to take a
watching
visit?
football, so you got to wait until the day after. So really, you got Friday. Okay.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, we're gonna
love
watch the Lions play. We gotta watch the Cowboys be bad. I don't normally care about them, but I care about them this day.
But you
so you
have
can
to.
watch the Grinch tomorrow. Yeah, exactly.
Well, that's a great Lanuti family
That's what we
tradition.
do.
That's
Lanuti
great.
family
That's
tradition is
fabulous.
that if you try to bring up Christmas in any way prior to Thanksgiving Day,
You're out.
You're punished.
Go. Grounded. Get in your room. Here's the key.
Run a tight ship.
Lock it up.
Run a tight ship.
So, some other fun events that we have going on in
Yeah.
November for kids. We've got family trivia that's going to be Saturday, November 23rd at 3 p.m. can consist of teams from 2 to 6 people.
But you got
For
to
a
bring the whole
fun-filled
family.
trivia event. You can bring the whole family, or
Yeah.
maybe only part of the family can
Yeah,
come.
but you
you
probably
know?
want. I mean, I would imagine for family trivia,
Bring your ringers. Bring your family ringers that are really good at
you're
trivia.
going to ask questions that younger people would get that the older people wouldn't get.
Quite possible.
And
I think
vice
there's going to
versa.
be a little shuffle in the deck,
Okay,
right?
yeah.
So you
Yeah.
got to bring a generation or two.
Yeah,
You know?
bring a few
So you're ready to go.
I got you.
You're ready to go. And Chris, I know you're going to love this. And this should drop. When is the pod going to drop?
It drops on Tuesdays always, so I don't
Tuesdays.
know. I don't know
what
what
day?
today's
That's
date is. I
so
know what
next
where we
Tuesday,
at.
right?
Yeah. The
Okay.
last Tuesday of the month of October.
Obviously, we did really good at our pre-production meeting.
I was
you know?
busy eating tiramisu.
But our after-hours zombie Nerf War is coming back.
Okay.
Our Nerf War, Friday, November 1st at 5 p.m. Nerf War in the library stacks.
Why
Watch
did you
out.
choose to do the zombie thing after Halloween?
Great question.
By the way, the show came out on the 29th of October.
It's coming out the 29th
Yeah, so
of
you're,
October.
You're good on this.
All right, good.
So coming up this Friday, you have a Nerf War with zombies, even though it's not Halloween, it's All Saints Day. So it's kind of a
Right.
weird.
Well, we're
weird day to do
extending it one more day.
Is that what you're doing now?
Yeah, All Souls Day, you know, Nerf Zombie Day.
I think the
right?
Souls Day is the second.
It's the second.
And I think
well,
the Saints
you know,
Day
we're
is
close.
the one, right?
We're close.
Yeah.
We're very creative over
Zombie
there.
Saints is what
Zombie
you're doing
Saints,
on. Yeah.
zombies,
All right, well,
whatever.
all right.
With Nerf guns. Just bring your Nerf guns. We have a limited supply of Nerf guns, so you're more than welcome to bring
Bring your own
own.
Nerf gun. Have you seen some of the guns that these
I
kids
have. My
Do you
son
really
just
want
got
people
a
to bring
couple.
their own?
I'm kind of scared, but
I got
you know
kids
what?
that fire. I got Nerf guns in my house that are like, I feel like you should have goggles on because
Yes.
you can take an eye out. These things are crazy what they have now.
Yeah, where there's like a sniper rifle, there's like a Gatling
We have
gun.
an
I'm like,
anti-aircraft
whoa.
gun.
An
It's like
for
double
Nerf.
barreled and it's on a stand.
Well, hey, can I borrow that?
And it runs on automatic like battery power and fires darts like 50 feet in the air. Like,
Yeah, what are you taking down, a drone?
I
What's
don't
going
know.
on? Yeah.
I mean, like, that's what we have in our house. We have ridiculous amounts of Nerf guns that do ridiculous things.
Well, can I borrow it?
No.
No?
No, we need that to defend the house. You never know.
All right, fine. Well, if it's free Friday, November
In this
1st,
era
I'd like
of
it.
political turmoil,
You got
we're
it.
holding on to our Nerf guns for self-defense.
They're ready to go.
What
Let's
else you
see.
got?
What else?
Teenagers.
We got teenagers. We want to
Teenagers.
move teenagers?
Yeah,
All
let's
right,
get
cool.
to the teenagers.
All right, are you a Bob Ross fan?
The guy with the little trees?
The guy with the
Paints
little trees, happy
yeah, painted the little trees.
happy
Happy
clouds.
tree. Yeah, I love Bob Ross.
So we're doing a Bob Ross-like painting party Saturday, November 16th at 3 p.m. We're
Do
going
the
to
teens
supply.
even know who Bob Ross is?
Oh my gosh, the teens know. He's on Netflix. He's
Is
all
he?
over the place.
Okay,
People
all
have
right.
rediscovered Bob.
Okay.
30 years later.
All right.
I didn't realize how early he started. I think his series started in 1984,
Okay.
and it's gone to 93. But now he's back.
I remember him
Everything's
just
great.
being on after Sesame Street and Mr. Rogers.
Mr.
And then
Rogers,
suddenly
yeah.
Bob Ross was on. I'm like, why am I watching this guy paint trees? What's going on here?
But then you're mesmerized, and
yeah.
you're like, oh.
Then you're watching him make a little tree.
And within 5 minutes, you're asleep.
And he
He's
just makes the tree a little
he's
bigger.
So good.
Yeah, yeah.
He's so good. You're like, wow, I think I can paint now. And then you're like,
But I
trying.
can't.
You're like, no,
I can't.
no.
No. All right,
But
so you have a
that's not
Bob
the
Ross
Bob-
thing. What is the Bob Ross thing?
So that's when is it?
Yeah, no, when is it? What is it?
When we're painting like Bob Ross. We're gonna
Okay.
put up we're gonna do a Bob Ross inspired painting, and we're gonna even have his like perm wig thing going on too.
Okay.
So it'll be a lot of fun. We also have for teens. We have the snack and STEM. That's we got 2 dates. November 5th, we're gonna construct a ballot box because that's election day.
Yeah.
And we're very clever, like I said. And then on November 19th, another Tuesday, cranberry slime. We're going to be making cranberry slime.
Okay.
So good you might want to eat it. And I think you might be able to.
All
but
right.
we got to check with Miss Black before we start eating
Cranberry
it.
slime.
Cranberry slime.
Bring that to the table for saying Thanksgiving.
There you go.
Cranberry slime.
There you
All right.
There we go.
All right, adults.
Adults, we're moving on to adults. Well, we have a ton of different computer classes that are going on in the month of November, Chris, and crafts. So bear with me here. Computer classes, we got PowerPoint Basics. That's Thursday, November 7th at 1 p.m. Learn how to create your basic PowerPoint
I
presentation.
still don't know how to do that.
Come on
You know how many
down.
times I've lied on a resume in my professional career that I know how to do PowerPoint? I've done that so many times. Do you know how to do PowerPoint? Sure, I know how
Yeah,
to do
sure.
PowerPoint. And then I tell myself, I'll just learn if they ever ask me. And they never ask. They never ask.
never
Just
ask.
an inside tip for you while you're making your resume up. They never ask. They never ask. I've never done a PowerPoint in my life, but everybody thinks I can do it.
For all you kids out there, still be truthful because they will come back to get you. On Monday, November 11th and Friday, November 10th at 10 a.m., we're having a Google Drive class.
Okay.
You're going to learn how to save documents, upload files, create folders using the Google Drive platform. And then YouTube Basics. So we've been getting a lot of questions, especially
I've
from
learned a lot about YouTube lately.
older folks on how to use YouTube. So we're going to have a class dedicated to that on Thursday, November 21st at 1 p.m.
YouTube is really interesting. It's becoming the thing that people find podcasts on more than any other source, but they don't listen to it. So like people discover it through the clips and the videos and when you put stuff out on there. But then they'll subscribe and listen someplace else. That's what the data shows. But I mean, you have to be on YouTube. And I think most adults are looking into YouTube because it's a money-making machine. If you get enough subscribers, they just turn on the money. And that's kind of what they do. But the key is getting to that subscriber base. I think you need like 1,000 to start getting the money. So like that's the whole thing. You got to get yourself to at least a size where they'll interrupt your programming with commercials. And once they do that,
then you're going to be.
And what's cute is that when you're close to 1,000, they'll interrupt your programming with commercials, but they don't pay you. Yeah.
How about that?
Yeah, if you're doing it,
trick
you want to learn all the little tricks and stuff like that.
All right, so in the spring we'll have Chris in to do the advanced YouTube class.
Where I walk in and talk about copyright law. Did you know there's like 3 EP podcasts on YouTube? I'm not kidding. You've seen it if you're on YouTube. There's 3. One of them is just some guy who's like the executive producer of a show in Denver, and he calls it the EP podcast. And I was able to have him thrown off of every other like service except for YouTube, because YouTube is the Wild West and they don't care.
Yeah.
And then there's these 2 guys that are lifting weights or something like that out in like Finland.
The EP podcast.
And they're exactly, because one of them's name is Eric and the other one's name is Paul or something like that. Okay. And that's what they're doing. And it's like, and I was like, like we've been here for 6 years. Here's all my documents, and YouTube was like, whatever. It'll be okay.
Well, I mean, all the Eric and the other guy in Finland need to do is to do the E and the P podcast.
I know, it's so funny, and like YouTube doesn't care. So that's if you got me in front of the class, I'd be like, listen, YouTube says that there's rules. There's no rules on YouTube. None whatsoever.
Well, hey, and we're in November for adults. We're also going to have a genealogy lock-in. It's not YouTube.
Okay.
But on Friday, November 8th from 5:30 to 8:30, we are locking down the library for you to come in and research your family history. You'll have access to all the library's amazing resources to do so, from Ancestry.com to newspapers to the newspaper archives online. You're also going to get free copying and printing during that lock-in, so there will be no charge as you research your family. And we're also, at 5:30, we're going to give a live intro to Ancestry.com, show you various different search strategies that have worked for family researchers, family genealogists, and just explore the different databases that they have where you might be able to find that information that you're looking for on your past relatives. And then also, believe it or not, when you actually find the document, Chris, you think it'd be a nice little easy click to print or email it.
Right.
There's a little trick to it, too, that we're going to show you how to do it.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, at least you're there to take care of the trick.
We're going to show you the trick.
Yeah, okay.
Then what's
I like
the
how
point
you're
of the
so
treat?
mysterious.
It turns it into a treat.
You're like, after you do this whole thing, you may want to print up something, but you won't be able to unless I tell you.
That's how we get them to come, Chris. See, everybody's going to come in for this because of that little tease right there. Let's see. A couple other things. We have a couple crafts coming up.
Okay.
We have a Diamond Art Snowman Coaster. That's Monday, November 11th at 6:30. There is a small fee, $3 fee when you sign up to cover the cost of the materials. But apparently Diamond Art is back. I didn't know.
What is Diamond Art?
I didn't know it was out,
what
or I
is
didn't
it?
know it was in.
I don't know what it is.
It's gems, diamond
so
gems.
You're making it out of gems, but not real diamonds, because that would cost more than $3 for materials.
Yeah, it might be a little bit
I'm
more.
just saying.
Yes, not on the library budget, at least. Yeah, so Diamond Art's back. You're going to create an adorable coaster with some colorful gems.
Okay. $3 in gems.
$3.
Just so you understand what kind of gems.
You're going to have about
there's no
12
rubies
gems
on there. Don't worry about it. Yeah.
If you don't like your layout, forget about it.
Gems
Those
are
the
probably
12
made out of
you're in.
plastic, but it'll look really nice. It'll look great.
It'll be great, Chris.
Diamond Art.
You know what? I'm going to make one. I'm going to bring you one next month.
$3 for materials.
We're going to get you, Chris.
Okay. Finishes up strong.
We also
Are you
have
making turkeys out of gold bars,
now,
but not real gold?
You
Is
know
that
what?
coming next?
No. We're doing a Christmas tree gnome.
Okay.
And that's Monday, November 18th.
Okay.
At 6:30 p.m.
Again, with the Christmas before Thanksgiving.
Yes.
I'm not going to be
We
there.
got to get people ready.
Can't do it.
We gotta get people ready.
Not
'cause then you're
participating
gonna,
in any of your
You're
Christmas
gonna have
stuff.
that lovely homemade craft
Yeah.
that you can either display for the holidays or gift it to someone.
Okay. All right.
But that's going to be with our wonderful librarian Donna. She's going to be there leading that
All right.
Christmas tree gnome.
November the 18th,
November 18th.
which
at
seems to be the
6:30.
date that you're starting Christmas, because that
Yes.
was your date for the other thing.
Yeah, so
Okay.
let's start a Christmas
Yeah,
at the
unofficial
library.
start of Christmas at the library is
There we go.
November 18th.
There we
Mark
go.
it down.
And don't forget our free craft swap. This was a huge hit last year. Friday, November 1st from 2:30 to 4:30, and Saturday, November 2nd from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m.
You bring in a craft.
Craft supplies.
Oh.
Bring in some craft supplies.
Oh, I thought you
and
were
swap it out with
swapping
a-
crafts that you didn't like
No,
anymore.
no, craft
like,
supplies.
Let's say you make the gem-filled snowman coaster.
Yeah.
And then after it's over, you're like, now I get why it's only $3 in materials. And you want to exchange it for something better. That's what I thought that was.
No. This is if you had extra gems for
Oh.
making that
Oh,
craft,
okay.
and you're like, you know what? I'm not going to use these 1,000 gems.
Yeah.
I'm going to bring them to the library and exchange them, and somebody else can
All
use
right.
them.
Well, we had different
Yeah.
visions of what that was. Okay.
So we'll accept things such as fabric yarn.
like if you made like a really
specialty
bad
paper.
craft, right? Like something
you're stuck with
you're
it.
trying to make like a snowman,
Mm-hmm.
and instead it looks like an upside down white lollipop of some sorts,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
right? Like something's gone terribly awry.
Yeah.
It was made by a 4-year-old that had no care in the world,
Mm-hmm.
and it's interpretive. I can't bring that in to get something better.
No, you would be stuck with that. Or my suggestion would be maybe a white elephant present. For,
Okay.
right during the holidays.
Give the
You know,
crap away
give
to
the crap
somebody
away to
else.
somebody
Okay.
else. Yeah.
That's what I'm going to do this year.
There you go. Good for
That's what I'm
you.
going to do. I'm going to hand out bad art materials that all my children have made over the years to friends.
You should hand them back to them. Hey, here you go.
My God, it's brilliant.
Regifting.
I'm totally
Regifting.
doing that this year. I'm doing that. Under the tree this year, my older children are getting all of their crafts back in a box.
Now a new Lanuti family tradition.
It'll only happen once.
There we go. I'll get them all back at once. Good luck, Lanutis.
All right. Sounds like you got all that good stuff. I think you're done. Are you done?
I think
Good, you're done.
I've got through everything.
Eat
but
this
not with the tiramisu.
Eat
Yeah,
the
do not take
tiramisu.
that away.
It's glorious. I'm not going to take it away. That's why I didn't want to take it. I'm going to have a sip of coffee. We're going to hang out here for a while. Again, Spoken Vine, northeast corner of 95th and Kedzie. Get on over here. It's just a wonderful place to hang out. Now they've got this incredible dessert here along with the other desserts that they have, and the small plates and the big plates and the wine and the coffee and just the ambiance of this place. And remember, if you find a bottle that you like, if you try a wine, it's right here. You get to purchase it in the bottle shop and bring it home. And if you're a craft beer drinker, I always forget to say this to people. Not everybody likes wine. And I'm a craft beer guy. But I don't have any in here because I like wine. But if you're like, somebody's telling you, like, come to Spoken Vine, and you're like, I don't really like wine, they have a great
They got a
selection of
selection.
local craft beers here that they have available for you. And there's not a lot of places that do that around here. Okay. Having the ability to get those smaller places that are local in the area and that entire array of them is one of the few places that you can find that do that. So, Frank,
Awesome. Chris, thank you very much.
thank you for being here.
Thank you, Spoken Vine.
All right. We'll see you soon next month back here again.
You got it.
Right here on the EP Podcast.
It's the EP Podcast. All things Evergreen Park. It's the EP Podcast. Evergreen Park.